Good morning, friends. Miss Sydney is here with Monday's virtual story time from Ida Public Library. How was your weekend? Did you enjoy the sunshine that we had? Were you able to get outside? I felt extra lucky to be able to go and see some of our patrons during Paint at Ida this weekend. If you get to the library today, check out our walkway. It is painted so beautifully. Everyone did awesome work. We are excited to kick off week 3 of the summer challenge by starting a story time about outer space. This story is called Astro Girl. It's by Ken Wilson Max, and it's a story about what you want to be when you grow up. Before we start reading, think for a minute. What do you want to be when you grow up? What kind of job do you want to have? Take a look at Astro Girl. What kind of job do you think she wants to have when she grows up? She's got this special orange suit on. She's got this helmet. There's all these stars. Yeah, maybe an astronaut in outer space. Let's read about Astro Girl. Astrid loved the stars and space ever since she could remember. What is Astrid using to look outside at the stars? Yeah, telescope. It can help you see stars and planets or objects really far away in the night sky. I want to be an astronaut, Astrid told her best friend Jake as they gazed up at the stars. Will you bring me an asteroid when you come back from space? Asked Jake. Of course I will, Jakey. She even has a rocket ship on her shirt. I want to be an astronaut, Astrid said at breakfast. Are you sure, Papa asked. You will have to go round and round the earth in a spaceship. He swung her around. I can do that, Astrid said, giggling. What about eating food out of a tube or a package every day? How would you feel about that, friends? Would you like to eat food out of a tube? I can do that, Astrid said as she ate her cereal bar. Some yummy foods do come in a package, don't they? Okay, Astro Girl, you'll also have to get used to zero gravity. Do you know what gravity is, friends? It's a force that helps our feet stay on the ground, right? But in outer space, there's less gravity, so you float. So Papa threw Astrid up in the air. He's making her float. I can do this all day long, Astrid laughed. What about science experiments? Asked Papa. Could you do those, my brave explorer? How do you feel about science experiments, friends? Do you like to experiment with things to see what will happen next? No problem, Astrid said, as she made rocket ship-shaped cookies. Baking is kind of like an experiment, isn't it? You mix the ingredients together and then bake it to see what it changes into. Will a space cadet like you be able to sleep among the stars? Papa asked. I think that will be very hard, but I can do it, Astrid whispered. I think she's falling asleep. At last, it was time to go get Mama. Astrid wore her favorite space t-shirt. Do you have a favorite t-shirt too? Astrid says a rocket ship on it. That's pretty perfect, isn't it? At the Space Center, Astrid and her papa moved to the front of the crowd just as the doors opened. Mama! Astrid gave her mama a big kiss. I miss you, said Astrid. What is Astrid's mama's job? What does she do? She is an astronaut at the Space Center. No wonder Astrid loves outer space so much, just like her mom. I want to be an astronaut just like you, said Astrid. You're my hero. And what's really neat is at the end of this book, it tells us lots of different facts about astronauts. I bet these are some things that Astrid already knew. What do you think? Like the word astronaut comes from 2 Greek words that mean star and sailor. Is an astronaut like a sailor in the stars? Yeah, it kind of is. And then here are some famous astronauts who've gone into outer space before. and done lots of cool things for science and learning about planets, stars, asteroids, and everything that's outside of our planet in outer space. That's a pretty cool story. Should we sing a rocket ship song? I bet Astrid would love to sing a rocket ship song with us. We are going to sing our Zoom, Zoom, Zoom song. Are you ready? So I want you to get your arms like this, and we're going to rock them back and forth. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're gonna get there soon. If you wanna take a trip, come into my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Now let's pretend we're a rocket ship. Crunch down really low. Put your hands over your head. Make yourself like a rocket ship. If you want to get down on the floor, you can. But we're going to count down to blast off. Can you count backwards with me from 10? All right, I want to hear you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off as high as you can. Excellent job, my friends. Do you think Astrid would have liked that rocket ship song? I bet she would have. I hope Astrid grows up to be an astronaut. My activity idea for you today is to think about what you want to be when you grow up. Do you want to be an astronaut? I'll show you what my little girl Archie did. She drew a picture for me today to use as an example. When she grows up, she wants to be a baker and work at a bakery. So she drew a picture of herself at Archie's Bakery. She's got all of her ingredients and supplies here, she told me, and then over here was her oven where she's baking a cake. And then on the back, she practiced her good writing skills and wrote some things that she needs to practice so she can be a really great baker. Think about in our story. Did Astrid's papa tell her some things that she has to practice or think about if she wants to be an astronaut? Yeah, she'd have to get used to eating food that comes in a tube or doing science experiments. So these were some things that Archie had thought of that she needs to practice in order to become a great baker. She said measuring, baking by myself, using a cookbook, how to measure ingredients that I need to use. And she sounded out all the words by herself and practiced her letters and drew a picture. So whatever you think you want to be when you grow up, I want you to think about what kinds of things that job does and what you might need to do in order to become that job when you grow up. If you want to share your picture with me, put it in the comments down below. We love seeing your good work. We miss seeing it when we're all together at story time. So be sure to share it with us. Remember, we're kicking off week 3 of our summer challenge. Once you complete week 3, you are eligible for your halfway prize. So keep a lookout on the Read Squared app for more information about that. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.